Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fighting Fantasy playthrough playlist. And as you can see, this is a special episode. It is being recorded on the 24th of February 2022. And as you can see, there is no Book 8 Scorpion Swamp available on the Fighting Fantasy Classics app. In the very first video in this series, so the first episode of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, I explained that I was going to cover all the game books in the main series which have relevant digital adaptation. Now that doesn't only mean the Fighting Fantasy Classics app, but I aim to do everything that stays true to the original work, so that doesn't modify it in any way, doesn't turn it into another type of game, so it's basically just a digital version of the game books themselves. So far we've only been playing through the Tin Man game adaptations, so adaptations created by the company Tin Man Games, but that is going to change actually relatively soon. There are altogether over 70 entries in the book series, and unfortunately only a minority of them have received a digital adaptation of any sort. And of course we are going to ignore some of those digital adaptations, unfortunately, as well, so we'll be stuck with a relatively low number of books in the end. On the plus side, I am going to include some books that are not listed here, and also they have just announced plans to expand this library with more game books in the near future. Obviously I'm going to include everything on this playlist, even retroactively if I have to, so I'll go back and record new entries and modify the playlist like that. So there can be a discussion or an argument made about what is a relevant adaptation and what is not. For instance, the Starship Traveler version we played through stayed almost completely true to the original book, with the exception of the illustrations, which in some cases were superior and in a few cases were far worse than the original ones. There is no such argument regarding Scorpion Swamp Book 8 because no kind of digital adaptation has ever been created for it at all, for any platform. So we are definitely not missing out on something that might have fit the bill. That's it really. If there is ever something released, so if there is ever a relevant version of the book released on any platform, I will obtain it, play through it, and update the playlist accordingly. I will remove this video, obviously. So I just wanted to say thank you if you have been following this playthrough so far, this playlist so far. I'd say we have not yet reached the halfway point here, so be prepared for more content for quite a long while. And I thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Gamebook number 9, Caverns of the Snow Witch. Bye until then. Bye bye.